Welcome to Market Mastery for Small Businesses, the podcast that's here to help small service business owners and their marketing teams conquer the digital marketing world.
Welcome to Market Mastery for Small Businesses. I'm Tom Stevens, and today's episode is Maximizing Your Marketing Budget, Strategic Allocations for Effective Advertising. Joining me is Charlotte Strong. We spend our weeks helping local service companies squeeze more results from every ad dollar, so we're going to be practical. We'll define success and the KPIs that matter, set a realistic budget baseline shaped by seasonality and capacity, then build the conversion-ready foundation that turns clicks into booked jobs. We'll dig into clean tracking and simple dashboards, smart budget allocations across search, social, and remarketing, plus the local must-haves that move the needle. We'll also hit geo, bidding, creative tests, and competitor intelligence, then close with small budget playbooks and a 30-day action plan you can start tonight.
Thanks for having me. Let's anchor success before we touch spend. For most small service businesses, the primary goal is qualified leads that turn into profitable jobs. I like to commit to 3 headline KPIs: qualified leads, cost per acquisition, and return on ad spend. Then we map those to business metrics that tell the truth: close rate by channel, average job value, and the lifetime value to customer acquisition cost ratio. 2 nuances matter locally. First, call quality and answer rate. If 30% of calls go to voicemail, your CPA is artificially high and your close rate is artificially low. Second, capacity and booking windows. If crews are booked out 2 weeks, optimize for form leads and scheduled estimates rather than emergency calls you can't serve.
That framing is gold, especially the call handling point. A missed call can sink an entire campaign's economics. On budgeting, we coach owners to pick a baseline tied to revenue and growth goals, not gut feel. A steady-state service business can often sustain 5 to 8% of monthly revenue on marketing. If you're pushing for growth or entering a new suburb, 8 to 12% is reasonable for a few months. Layer in seasonality and capacity. Ramp before peak season, and dial back when the schedule is packed so you don't buy demand you can't fulfill. Keep a contingency line, about 10% of the budget, for tests or sudden openings.
Before a single ad runs, get the house in order. Mobile speed and clarity win locally. Aim for sub-2-second load times, tap to call buttons visible on every page, and above the fold proof you're the right choice. Star ratings, 500 plus local reviews, licenses, insurance, and a simple guarantee. Build service-specific landing pages. Water heater repair in Westfield, with consistent headlines, pricing or starting at ranges when possible, FAQs that reduce friction, and real project photos. Make it effortless to convert. 3 field forms, calendar scheduling for estimates, text-enabled numbers, and live chat during business hours. Add trust badges, financing options, and clear next step copy. Book today. Technician arrives within a 2-hour window. The better the foundation, the lower your paid cost per lead, and the higher your close rate.
Exactly. Traffic won't fix a leaky bucket. Once the site converts, instrument it like a lab. Use GA4 with clearly named conversion events, calls over 30 seconds, form submits, estimate bookings, and apply a UTM standard that every campaign and platform follows. Add call tracking with dynamic number insertion so you can attribute to keyword and ad level and feed a clean lead source into the CRM. When jobs close, import offline conversions back to Google and Meta so the algorithms learn which clicks become revenue. Then simplify the view. A weekly dashboard with spend, leads, cost per lead, lead quality, and booked revenue by channel, campaign, geo, keyword, and ad. Centralized reporting platforms like Elevate ROI make reallocation decisions almost automatic.
With tracking in place, allocate by intent. For most service providers, 60 to 70% should go to high-intent channels: Google Search, local services ads, and Bing. Reserve 20 to 30% for demand creation, Facebook and Instagram, YouTube, and neighborhood platforms like Nextdoor. Hold 10 to 20% for remarketing and retention. Win locally with the basics, optimize the Google business profile, build a steady review cadence, add photos, and keep categories, services, and hours accurate. Verify and maintain local services ads with clean background checks and fast response times. Ratings and proximity drive ranking. In paid search, target service plus geo queries, prioritize long-tail intent, and guard with negative keywords. Use consolidated ad groups with responsive ads, plus call, location, and lead form extensions to capture urgent and scheduled demand.
That mix works because it mirrors how people shop home services. On targeting, don't buy the whole metro just because you can. Start with profitable zip codes and tight radii around your best neighborhoods. Exclude low-margin or high-traffic time areas and use heat maps from your dashboard to refine. For bidding, keep it simple until you have signal. Manual CPC or maximize conversions with conservative daily caps can stabilize the first few weeks. Once you've recorded 30 to 50 conversions on a campaign, test target CPA or target ROAS. Daypart to your call answer hours, add device and audience bid adjustments, and protect budget for top-performing terms. Pacing matters. If spend runs hot early week, lower bids midweek, and raise them on high-conversion days.
Creative and offers win ties. Rotate 2 or 3 strong value propositions, same-day or next-day service, a straightforward guarantee and payment options, and pair them with localized headlines. Test social proof variations like 4.1.9 rating from 612 neighbors versus voted best plumber in Oak Ridge. Run one controlled test per month for clear cause and effect. Competitor intelligence should guide, not dictate. Pull rivals' keywords and add copy patterns, note recurring offers, and study their landing pages. Where are the gaps? Maybe no one addresses after-hours fees or posts transparent pricing. Counterposition with what you do better, and avoid bidding wars on vanity terms they defend. Document insights and fold them into the next creative cycle.
Those tests compound because they inform everything from ad headlines to page copy. While paid brings immediacy, the cheapest lead over time is usually organic. Carve out a consistent SEO cadence. Build service area pages for each priority town, interlink them to your core services, and add structured data so eligibility, pricing, and reviews are machine-readable. Publish FAQ content that mirrors real objections we hear on calls, and repurpose top ad queries into quick articles and short videos. Keep the Google Business Profile active with posts, Q&A, and fresh photos. The payoff is twofold: lower blended cost per lead and stronger quality scores, which make your paid clicks cheaper because the landing experience and ad relevance improve.
Remarketing turns near misses into wins. Build audiences for site visitors by service, people who started but didn't finish a form, callers under 20 seconds, and video viewers at 25, 50, and 70%. Cap frequency to prevent fatigue, and tailor creative to intent. Finish your estimate in 60 seconds, or $50 off weekday repairs in Brookside. Use reallocation rules to keep budgets honest. Each month, shift 10 to 20% from underperformers to winners, and pause any segment that's 2 times over target CPA after a statistically meaningful sample, say 100 clicks or 10 conversions. Scale with capacity in mind. Throttle bids by zip. Suppress ads for booked-out services. Push promos when crews are light. Stay compliant and brand safe. Consent on forms and texts. Call recording notices where required. Negative placements and topics on YouTube, and adherence to local ad policies.
That's a masterclass in staying efficient as conditions change. For owners asking, what does this look like at my spend level? Here's a quick playbook. Around $1,000 per month, prioritize local services ads and a tightly targeted search campaign on your top service plus geoterms, a minimal remarketing layer only. Around $3,000, keep LSAs and search as the core, add Facebook remarketing and a light YouTube test aimed at FAQs. Around $5,000 and up, run a full funnel, expand geo intelligently, layer audiences, and maintain ongoing creative testing. Measure true ROI, not just leads. Connect ad source to book jobs and revenue in the CRM, include repeat and referral value where attributable, and review LTV CAC each quarter to reset allocations. 30-day action plan. Finalize KPIs, fix tracking in UTMs, launch or optimize LSAs, build 2 high-intent landing pages, start remarketing, stand up the dashboard, and run a competitor gap analysis. That's a wrap for today's Market Mastery for Small Businesses. We covered a lot of ground. Defining success with KPIs tied to real business metrics, setting a budget baseline around revenue, seasonality, and capacity, building a fast, trust-rich website, and instrumenting tracking from UTM to call and CRM, then simplifying with a weekly dashboard. We walked through intent-based allocations, local must-haves like Google Business Profile and LSAs, smart geo and bidding, creative and offer testing, competitor intelligence, consistent local SEO, and remarketing that respects intent. You also heard concrete reallocation rules, capacity-aware scaling, compliance guardrails, spend playbooks, and a 30-day plan to get moving. If this episode helped, subscribe and share it with another local owner who wants their budget to work harder right now.
And that concludes another insightful episode of Market Mastery for Small Businesses. We hope you enjoyed today's discussion and gained valuable knowledge to fuel your marketing success. Remember, the journey doesn't end here. Stay connected with us for more marketing wisdom and strategies. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite platform so you never miss an episode. If you have any questions or want to dive deeper into any of the topics we covered today, visit our website at www.elevateroi.net. There, you'll find additional resources and ways to connect with our vibrant community of like-minded small business owners and marketers.